Alright guys, I know I look pretty rough. I just got from a long day of work. Getting ready to pull a few traps. It is towards the end of the season and the weather turned hot. So I'm going to pull these traps, and then this weekend I got a farmer want me to come set his ranch, catch a few coyotes and some coons out of there for him. So we're going to do that. This video is going to be about foxes. Show you a few fox catches. Kind of talk about, show you a couple of my best or favorite sets for catching fox. They're a smart but simple little critter to catch. They can be handsy, and sometimes if you get a certain digger or a certain one, they can be a little difficult to catch, but for the most part it's pretty simple, and we'll show you a few sets and then we'll get to the catches. So hope you enjoy. Alright, we're going to get this set put in here. I'm not worried about salting it down and antifreezing it down, just because it's not going to be cold enough for a while to worry about that. I'll probably end up pulling my traps before I end up having to worry about that again. Let's see here. You gotta make sure, especially on a fox, little feet, sometimes they don't come in here and step on the pan right off the bat. So this trap has got to be solid. See right there? Ain't gonna work. Especially whenever it's soupy mud, it's hard to get the bed right. I'm pushing a lot of weight on it, and it ain't got much, but just enough. Probably more than what a fox is going to do, so I'm going to put some dirt on here and then move it over to the side and then pack it back in. Move all this stuff to the side here. Pack it back in there. Seeing it shift. Of course I put all my weight on it, but I want to be able to put all my weight on it without it shifting. And I mean put all my weight on it. There we go. Ain't moving at all now. If he comes up here and steps around and hits the edge of that trap and doesn't hit the pan itself because his little bitty foot ain't got much of a kill area, then it will be game over if that trap moves. You gotta make sure that trap don't move at all. Blend my set in because this ain't a big flashy dirt hole. Blend it in a little bit here and there. And y'all see me talk about the ledge of the rock in the cat video. Same thing, same principle of this. Let's see, I know my pan is like right here. Right here, so my jaw's right in there somewhere. You gotta make sure they can see that cotton ball while it's still protected from the weather. It's like that right there. That'll work right there. Cotton ball out. See, what am I going to use here? I'll probably go ahead and throw some throw me something that's got a lot of loudness to it. Throw some Milligan's Kathmandu on here. Catch a lot of fox on this stuff, and I might throw me, nah, this will work by itself. This stuff is strong. Got a big field kind of out below me, so when the thermals are pulling down, I want something that's going to really reach out to them and get their attention. So this right here will work. Go ahead and mix it in real good. Its thickness is right below it. And of course I grabbed the worst stick you could have possibly grabbed. Find me something else here. There we go. Really mix that stuff in there. Brand new jar of it, so all that thick goodies is in the bottom of it. There we go. Anything when it comes to catching cats or fox, anything with a really loud skunkiness to it, sweet skunk smell, that right there is what you're going to catch them on. So that right there, I'm going to stuff it up underneath there just enough to where you can still see it easily, but it's hidden from the weather. Let's find a way to stick this in here somewhere where it's, there we go. And grab some gray fox hot shot or bobcat urine. Either works really well for fox. I'm gonna throw some fox hot shot on there and cover that chain up for the first few feet. You ain't gotta cover the whole thing up, but just the first few feet, especially on fox, and you got coons and coyotes and everything around here. And there you go, that's it. That's the set. Make sure you can see that cotton ball really well, don't block it in, but the chain needs to be covered up. Just like that. has a fox catching set, but it will catch every cat that comes by here and most coyotes. So we'll get with you on the next one. All right, we're in another location where I catch a lot of fox and cats and things like that. Just an excellent location. There's never been a lot of sign here, to be honest. This is a good location. That's why I preach, if I see a good area, there's no sign, I still set it. If I only sit on sign, I wouldn't catch half as much as what I do. I caught, it was 2 years ago, I actually caught 7 cats in this one set. And there was not one cat turd or cat track on this road. Of course, this leaf road ain't gonna leave many tracks, but there ought to be. I've seen toilets on it in the past, but not a lot. And that one year, there was no cat sign whatsoever around here, and I caught 7 cats in this set. So, it's one of the things where, you know, if I'm the first set of the year, if I'm in a hurry to get traps in the ground, say it's late in the day or something, because of work, I'll just go sit in areas where I ain't spending time trying to find sign. I go sit in areas that I know I've caught in the past, where I catch a lot every year. It takes a while to drive around and try to find sign to sit on. There we go. So anyway, this right here is another set. Forgot to get my dirt. Make it work. This right here is another set that I catch a lot of fox on. I'm not sure what the deal is with it, but I've noticed a difference in this kind of dirt hole compared to a regular dirt hole. Is just take 2 rocks and make a triangle out of it and mound the backing up, and I'll throw a lot of grass and stuff around it, and it makes it, I don't know if it makes it look like a little rabbit nest or maybe a mouse home or something like that, but whatever it is, and it could be complete conspiracy, it may not mean a dang thing, but I've noticed I catch a lot of fox and cats, but especially fox on sets just like this, for whatever reason. I'll get that out there. You can leave dirt around here and scatter it if you want to. I think it'll be pretty. When you're making big dirt holes like this, the more blown out and messier it is, the better it looks, to be honest. Scatter all this around here and kind of mound it up, make it look real packed in and hidden, natural. You can make these holes a lot smaller. Normally I do, but the ground was way better here than I thought it'd be, so I ran with it. But you can make these holes real small, about the size of a gold dollar, and take 2 smaller rocks, and that honestly works amazing too, but it's gonna work just fine as well. And get me something else for a little stepping. This right here is a little bigger than what I normally use, but honestly, I'm kind of blended in a little bit where it's not so. There we go, just like that. Perfect. Take some cat piss, spray it on there. Take me some Dunlap's Time of Death mouse meat bait. I love this bait. It's kind of backwards with me. You know, I love all my lures that have a strong skunkiness to it, but when it comes to my baits, a lot of times I like a mild, just straight fresh meat smell to it. Now I do have some Caven's bait, things like that, where it's just raunchy, but generally my baits I like kind of mild. I believe the baits ain't what gets them up here. Unless you're coyote trapping. If you're coyote trapping, you can just throw a bait in a hole and spray it with urine and you're good to go. When it comes to fox and cats and things like that, I believe the lure gets them here first. At least cats anyway. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead on this one. I'm gonna grab some Feline Fix and GH2. This is a bad combo for fox too. I love this. This combination right here is awesome. I'm also gonna take this rabbit fur and kind of stuff around here on it too. Perfect. Let's see here. Feline Fix is bad to the bone on cats and fox both. Catch a lot of grays on this stuff. Really, really good stuff. I like it a lot. Any more than that though, I know that. Here we go. A big old chunk of it on there. Smear it really good. And then I'm going to grab my GH2, by far my favorite cat and fox LDC lure. I love this stuff. You can't beat it. I've caught numerous. I wouldn't even attempt to count how much fur foxes and cats I've caught on sets that had no urine, nothing, just this GH2. Stuff's amazing. Anyway, cover this chain up a little bit right here. And that's it. That's the set. That's a bad to the bone fox set. Of course, that right there will catch anything that comes by, the smartest coyote or coon or whatever, but that's a great fox set. So, I'll get with you on another one. Okay, here is my next top producing set for fox. And it's so simple. And you're gonna look at these sets and go, well, that's a variation of a flat set, or that's a variation of a dirt hole, or whatever you want to call it. And in reality, everything is a variation of a flat set or a dirt hole in one bit. There's dirt hole sets and there's flat sets, and there's a bunch of variations of them. Now you've got rub sets, that's type of flat set. T-bone sets, things like that, it's type of flat set. Walk through dirt holes, walk through flat sets. I mean, there's all kinds of, you know, a cotton ball set's technically a flat set. You know, you're making somewhat of a little hole, so it could be considered a type of dirt hole or punch hole, whatever you want to call it. Now you got cubby sets, things like that. It's a little different, but still technically a cubby set, unless there's a great big dirt hole in the back. It's just if you just got a tail or a feather in the back, with a lure on it, it's technically a cubby, just a flat set. It's blocked in. If you got a big hole in the back, it's just a blocked in dirt hole. So you don't want that in their face. You don't want it in their face poking them. They don't like that. Okay. This set right here should produce anything between that right there. That one right. I'll save that one. This set right here will produce anything between fox, cat, where it's at, coyotes, anything. And probably a lot of possums and coons. Be right back. It's a problem whenever you get in a hurry. You leave things, such as dry dirt. Good thing about where I trap though is there's cedar trees and stuff everywhere, so there's always something since I can worry about freezing temperatures, I don't think for the rest of the season I can just, so you want that pan to be at least as level or lower. I like mine generally being lower than the rest of the trap location. So always scoot it off that pan. Find that pan, there it is there. Everything else around it real nice. Just kind of block it in a little bit, make it look natural. It's honestly a little farther back than I normally. Normally I have the back of my trap pretty dang near against my tractor, but it'll work. So now what I'm going to do, get a bunch of grass, pine needles, grass, things like that. Some more. Scissors is really good use for this. I like scissors, you can cut this stuff up. Really throw this stuff around everywhere. It's kind of somewhat, you want it to be kind of more bare looking, or something's coming in and out maybe. But it ain't got to be super bare. I'll throw some more. When I get done, I'll throw some more here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I probably should do this first. Take this hammer and pound this in the ground here a little bit. Make me like a trail. Come out of here, and then right here, I'm going to throw me a little hole underneath that grass. Just a small hole. Make it real natural looking. I'll use some more grass in a minute. And then my lure and stuff here. I'm out of fox plant at the moment. I'll throw some cat piss on there. Throw some cat gland on there, and then most important thing after that is I'm going to take some fresh mouse meat bait and I'm going to stuff it or spray it whatever you want off in that hole, like so. It's like this. This is Dunlap's Dirt Nap Liquid Mouse Bait. Real fresh stuff. Kind of spray it, sprinkle it around here, and spray a bunch off in that hole. I'm gonna take me some more grass or something wadded up, just a little bit of it. I'm gonna stuff it in there on top of it and wring me out a little hole. And that right there is all it takes. When I get done, I'll throw a little bit of grass kind of around the back of it. You want this all to be kind of blended in. You ain't gonna get too carried away with it, but just enough. Put something else like right here. Kind of blend it. And that's it. It's like a little mouse hole set. And I catch a lot of fox and cats on that set. Coyotes, I mean, it catches everything, but it's a great fox producing set. You don't want to be a big blown out dirt hole. You don't want a lot of dirt showing. Just something where it's got some use and some, you can tell it's a trail of something going in and out. Little hole. I throw the gland and the urine on there. That way they, for one, they're down here a little ways. They'll smell it and it piques their interest. And two, they'll make them think that, hey, one's already come through here and it's found it, it's marked it or whatever, you know. Whatever is going through their mind, it works. And it works great. So, let's get to the catches and we'll catch you on the next video. Alright guys, well, finally put a couple of sets out yesterday. I set this location every year. It's a leash road down by the house. The trail comes up from, there's a bluff runs this way. Trail runs alongside of it, drops down, goes off into this field. It goes around, there's a cattle guard over there. Trail comes around it. It's super thick around here. And a dirt hole right here. And right back in here, we got this little grave. He's tucked back in here pretty good too. Both front feet. Well, I am actually, somehow I slept through an alarm, so I'm gonna be late for work. So I'll have to get with y'all on the remake on this whenever I get back, when I get off work this evening. But we're getting them taken care of, and I got one more to check on this main road before I'm gonna head out. And then I'll check the rest of them after I get off work. I've only got two more to check, so we'll get with you. All right, guys, we roll up to the last trap. I've been having problems with deer setting off all 6 of these traps right here, 5 of them, because I use urine at every set. And I set this spot, last trap right up there. It just gets rougher and drops off, and my side by side ain't fixed yet, so I was like, nah, Jeep's not going down it. Really good location right here before it drops off. Gets real grassy and thick, briary, bunch of old brush piles pushed up. And right up here, I had a dirt hole, a punch hole right here at the base of that clump of grass. We got us a real pretty gray fox, a lot of red in him. Not much white, but a lot of red. Pretty dude. I love catching these things, man. I don't know if I like, I don't know, I sure like coyotes too, but I don't know if I like fox or cats more, but heck, I like them all. There ain't nothing wrong with catching any of them. So we'll go ahead and get him taken care of and head back to the house, give me something to eat. Get with y'all on a remake right quick. Alright, there's a remake. Pretty simple. Bunch of hole in there, and send a big blown out dirt hole. Just a bunch of hole underneath that tuft of grass. That tuft of grass is probably my favorite backing. Or a natural little stump layover, but that's probably my favorite. Instead of making a big great blown out dirt hole, I just take my driving stake driver, and drive it off in there 6 to 8 inches and just walk around just a little bit, enough to where you can kind of notice it. And I've got some mice meat bait done off in the hole, Dunlaps. And then I got some Gusto sitting up here in the top of the stick. And then some David's Feline Fix bobcat gland smeared on the bottom of the grass down there. Very deadly combo. So this is a gorgeous fox. Really nicely furred dog. Pretty big fox. Gorgeous furred. Not a lot of white on him, which I prefer a lot more red and gray and black. That's just how I am on my fox. You know, my coyotes I like them pale, but my fox I like them red if I can. But he's a big one. He's pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw him in here in the pile if we can. 2 coyotes and a fox for, let me think, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 traps. There's a coon missing because I don't ever keep my coons. I just throw them. I'll take going down the road a little ways and throw them off. So, not bad. Anyway, we will catch y'all tomorrow, hopefully, and we will have something else. We'll see. It's warming up. I've noticed a lot of days, or a lot of times where it gets warm like this. There's a few days where it just, you catch a lot of trash and nothing good. So, we'll see. I don't know. I've also seen days where it's like this, especially this time of year, you know, late January, I catch a lot back-to-back catches in the same sets. But I just didn't have time to double set. Don't really have the want to double set either. There's not a lot of sign up here. They say there's a lot of coyotes up here, but I ain't seen no sign. I haven't heard none setting traps or resetting traps in the evening times nowhere. Doesn't mean much. There's no scat hardly in the road, just one place up here. So if I start whacking a bunch though, you know, or whacking a bunch for the amount of sets that I have out, then I'll start double setting a lot more. But until then, we'll just find what we have right here. I'm gonna try this weekend to get some more sets out in better cat country, so y'all have some more cats to look at. And as always, if you're in good cat country around here, you get plenty of fox. So take it easy. Well, guys, I had a cotton ball set right here, and funny thing is, let me think. Two days ago, I drove by checking this after work, and this rock was flipped over. My pan was right here. My backing was back in here. My rock was flipped over on top, pretty much on top of my trap, but my trap was low enough to where it didn't go off. And it was starting to rain like crazy, so I was like, I'm not even messing with it. I'll wait. Came and checked it. You know, you have to check when it's on the ground. Checked it again yesterday, or the day after that, and then yesterday, and there's nothing in it. Still didn't do nothing. Trap was, I don't know how it wasn't uncovered yet by the rain, but it wasn't. Rock was still on top of it. And I rolled up here just now to reset it, and I seen something bouncing around. We got a big gray. I'll be dang. That's the last thing I was expecting. I wasn't expecting to catch nothing. Maybe a possum. Heck yeah, I will take it. I'm not gonna complain. I'm just not sure how I caught him with the, because that rock's got a ledge on it. I don't know how I caught him with that thing over the top of that pan. He must have been in there trying to dig to get the lure and bait that had underneath that rock. And it caught him. Something, I don't know. Sometimes I wish I'd put a trail camera on him just to see what happens. Alright guys, I'm gonna get this remade and get back with you. Alrighty guys, I'm back. I remember now that wasn't a cotton ball set. I think actually had as like a little tiny punch hole set. Mouse hole set, I guess I call it. So if it was a cotton ball set, he ate it or blew away, but I actually don't think it was, now that I remember. But very good set. I normally put a set over here. There's a big rock where I like to put it at, and I got tired of fighting it, so I put it over here, and works just fine. I actually like it on this side better because the heel, it's the way the thermals work. The heel, it goes straight up, but it also has a slight angle to it because there's a big draw right here, so it slightly angles this way, just slightly. If I got it over here, the thermals are pulling it at an angle like this. If I got it right here, it's pulling out across the road. Hey, it was a cotton ball set. Look at there, there's my cotton ball right there. was a cotton ball set. Poke it off in there a little bit. There we go. It's not showing very much like I normally show it, but oh well, it'll work. But anyway, yeah, I like it better on this side, especially for cats because they don't smell as good. Thermal's pulled down at an angle, so it's coming across the road now. I much prefer that. Plus, it's just easier to bed right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get up there and remake the other couple ones by the food plot and head home and remake the other ones tomorrow. Been a heck of a day if you can't tell. A lot of traps where deer stepped in on, pulled out. Caught a great big white dog. It's just been a mess. Anyway, I had a trap right here. There's a big gully ravine that comes up out of this draw. There's a big draw down off in there, and I had a cotton ball set right here. Right back in here, that's a pretty little gray in MB5 or MB450. I love catching them things. Heck yeah. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get him taken care of. I'm gonna get the set remade. And I'll show y'all what it looks like when I'm done. Alrighty, right there's a set. Super simple. Just stuff you a cotton ball or rabbit tail up there on a rock to where it's still showing, but not showing from aerial view. And I rub land lure on the cotton ball or on the bottom, and I rub some long distance on the rock right there and spray it urine. We've got us a gorgeous view up here. It's about to get prettier when we get to the top. We didn't have a whole lot of traps out, but we had a few. And we're about to check the last one. So, anyway, that's it right there. One of my favorite sets for cats and fox. It is a bad to the bone set. Catch quite a bit of coyotes on it too, so, you know, it's kind of an all around good set, but we'll get with y'all if we catch anything else. Just when I thought this run right here with 14 traps is gonna be a bust to get on the very tip top. Seen that ribbon flashing at me, so come around the corner. Had a dirt hole right here. There's a bunch of this old cerisa grass kind of clobbed over, and I was putting a hole underneath there, kind of like a mouse hole set. Right back in there, we got us another gray hiding. What do you know? He's gonna talk a little bit. Pretty light colored one too. I'm going to be having taken care of and get this remade. I'll get with you on the remake. It's supposed to be a lot of rain moving, so I don't know if I will or not, but I might. So, get with y'all if I do. Alright guys, there's the finished product. It's kind of tough to grasp. It's rooted in the ground really good. It's real stemmy and hard. Just pushed me a hole up underneath there. And blended it pretty well. I actually had it blended better than this. Really made it look more like a mouse hole, but this will work just fine. I like having a little bit of a dirt spot to show. There's a lot of dirt showing around here anyway, so just kind of makes it look like it's getting a little used. Get that out of your face. Anyway, pretty gray. Big female. Oh, it's a big dog. That makes sense for how big it is. But that's a really good set. So I'll get with y'all for catch. Have one more trap check, I think. Getting real foggy up here on top. I can see it gets a lot worse up that way, but I ain't got none that way, so I'll get with y'all if catch anything else. Have one more trap check, so probably not where it's at anyway. I don't really like where it's at, but I put it there because there is there oddball chance that a cat would come through there, so but I'll take him. Especially on last night was wet, nasty, and rainy, so better than what it could have been. Well guys, I am blown away right now. I've had this trap out since January, and I normally catch cats, fox, coyotes, you name it, on this hump before it drops off into this power line. It's real thick and briary around here, and I ain't caught nothing but skunks and possums here this year. And right over there, there's a gray bouncing around. I can't believe it. I'm blown away. I actually caught something other than a skunk or a possum right here. It's a pretty little one too. Pretty one. Good fox. It's gonna be a late one tonight. I got off work late. Gotta go check these traps, and I gotta walk to my next 2 or 3. It's gonna suck, but oh well. I'm gonna get off here and get him taken care of. Pretty one. You got quite a bit of chain bounce around. That is a good looking gray. Oh well. Alrighty. There was a cotton ball set right here. I know if y'all have watched enough videos in the past, you've seen me catch cats and fox right here a bunch in the past. This whole thing is nothing but a rock. One big solid rock pretty much. And I have one spot I come up here and put a trap bed every year, just pull it out in my hand. It's soft and easy to dig, so. Finally got something that set other than a skunk, so I'll get with y'all in a minute. There's a remake. Had a rabbit tail stuffed up underneath there, some blend lure on it, some GH2 up on top, and while I was at it, I went in and threw a little bit of rabbit fur kind of around the set itself. It's a pretty dog, real pretty dog, real silver on the back, light colored and white. I like lots of red on him, but when it comes to just, he ain't got much of, he's got a big dog tick on him right there. He ain't got hardly no red on his, coming up on his side right here. It's all silver and light colored orange. Not a lot. He's a good one. So, heck yeah, we'll get with y'all if we catch anything in the last couple. So, stay tuned. We may have some. If not, we'll see y'all next time. Alrighty guys, had a big dirt hole right here. Big flashy dirt hole. I caught a red fox right here last year, which is cool because we ain't supposed to have them. Pulled up here, had a big gray bouncing around. It's not happy at all. But I've got to turn him loose because I've done caught my quota. So I'm gonna get this dude let him out here and get this remade. It sucks that I'm only allowed what I am because my state thinks that we ain't got enough of them, which we've got plenty. I normally release triple what I catch or can keep every year, but since I ain't had time to trap a whole lot this year, I haven't had to worry about that. But looks like I got a few weeks left, and I'm already turning them loose. So get them taken care of and get the set remade. Get with y'all in a minute. All right, guys, there's a remake. Big fleshy dirt hole set. Almost a trench set, but not quite. I dug it down. You can't tell on the camera, I don't think, but it's a little lower right here where it kind of goes into it. But anyway, really is, because normally my dirt hole goes in right close to the back of my trap, and up here it kind of goes down and in. They couldn't come up here and come off in it, but that's probably why I caught him by the back foot. That trap's guarding it pretty good, so you can always probably go ahead and do that. Take my backing and stuff it over a little farther, make it a little better. So heck yeah. If we catch anything else, we'll get back with y'all. Tight chains. Well guys, this is crazy. I almost caught another fox a few traps ago down off in the draw. And right over here, it's like 3 or 4 fox in 2 days with just 15 locations. They started moving last night. I'll be dang. There's something moving around behind me in the trees. I'll be dang. Gotta release another one. Boy, won't that suck. Oh well, is what it is. Get him out of the trap, get it remade. It was another big flashy dirt hole is what this was. So get him set free and get it remade. Red one. Cool deal. Get with y'all in a minute. Alright guys, that's it. Big flashy dirt hole. holes about the size, they're a little bigger than a beer can, so it's about my favorite size. From the actual dirt hole. Punch holes are different, but dirt holes like this is perfect. Little step down, it's a little bowled out indention about an inch below the ground level right there. So that's what you want. That is, I think, a coyote, 2 or 3 coons, and a fox at this set now. So get on up here and check the last few that we have, and give you anything else. Tight chains.